Okay. So in the first part, in the principal stresses, so the portion for your syllabus is introduction to principal stresses with application, then transformation of plane stresses, principal stresses and planes. So there will be two methods. First one is the analytical method, another is the graphical method. In the graphical method, we will be having the Morse circle, then stresses due to the combined normal and the shear stresses. In the second part, it's theory of elastic failure, so which will be with the application, then maximum principal stress theory, maximum shear stress theory, maximum distortion energy theory, maximum principal strain theory, maximum strain energy theory. So out of that, 5 theories are being there, 5 different theories are being there. So we'll be starting with the first part, that is principal stresses and strains. Okay, so whatever I shown over here is the stresses on the oblique plane. So we'll have just a revision of the various chapters related with the unit number 1 to unit number 4 up till now what we have studied. Okay, so we have started with unit number 1. Okay, we have started with unit number 1, that is simple stresses and strains. So in that simple stresses and strain, we have seen what is stress, that is equal to load upon area. So we have seen the stress is equal to load upon area, that is P by A, that is the stress. Okay, stress is equal to load upon area. Then we have seen the strain, that is epsilon, that is equal to length change in length to the original length. So that is what the strength, that is stress, this is strain. So whatever the things being there, it is related with the normal. Okay, whatever the stresses are there, it is normal stresses. These are the normal stresses. And related with the, let us say it is tau. Tau is equal to, tau is the shear stresses and which is equal to shear load. Okay, shear load, let us say it is PS upon shear area, that is AS, shear load upon shear area. So here it is epsilon representing the normal stresses. Here we are representing the gamma, or we are representing the gamma, or we are representing the phi. Okay, so that is again the thing. Okay, gamma or phi. So here it is change in length to the original length. Here there is a no change in length but a deformation. Okay, upon deformation upon original dimensions. Deformation upon original dimension. So that is what. So these are being called as shear. These are being called as shear, or it is being called as tangential kind of stresses. That is called as tangential kind of stresses. Okay, that is being tangential. So first one is the normal, second one is the tangential. So normal also being, it is a perpendicular. Okay, it is a perpendicular. Shear tangential, it is also being parallel. Okay, student, can you see my screen? Please answer. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So first one is the normal stresses which is perpendicular, and second one is the shear or the tangential which is parallel. Agar suppose ये, if it is a body, if it is a load being applied over this in this fashion, okay, let us say the cross section, is xx. Okay, in that case this will be your stresses, this will be a kind of stresses, which is perpendicular. Okay, which is perpendicular, and that is normal kind of stresses, which is perpendicular and normal kind of stresses. Another case may be the, the such kind of forces and the stresses. Okay, so in that case it is parallel kind of stresses. Okay, these are the shear stresses, and we can represent it by tau over here, it can be represented by sigma over here and sigma over here. Okay, so this means the normal, this brings the tangential or the shear. So this is what we have learned in the unit number 1. that is simple stresses and strains. So sigma is equal to load upon area, strain is equal to change in length to the original length, which is normal and which is perpendicular to the surface. Okay, perpendicular to the cross section. So cross section is there, it is parallel to the cross section. Okay, parallel to the cross section. So that's why it is parallel or tangential. We can say it is tangential or we can say it is shear. Okay, so there are two different kinds of tests. Ata, okay, I am erasing this all things. Okay. Okay. Now under normal category, okay, under normal category, we are having the sigma T as the tensile and sigma C as the compressive. And in the tangential category, we have tau. We have tau as the shear stresses. Tau as the shear stresses. Apart from this, okay, apart from this, so this we have learned in unit number 1, that is simple stresses and strains. Apart from this, in the unit number 3, we'll be having the bending stresses, which is represented by sigma B, okay, which is represented by sigma B, okay, and the shear stresses, which is represented by tau. Okay, apart from that, we have seen the torsional shear stresses. Let us say it is torsional. Tau, let us say represented for torsional, it is tau T. Okay, it is bending. These are the bending. Okay, these are bending. This is shear stresses. Okay, these are the shear stresses, and these are what the torsional shear stresses. Torsional shear stresses. Torsion chapter अपन ने लिया है unit number 4. Okay, so bending, shear and torsion. So this comes under unit number 1. Okay, this comes under unit number 1. This comes under unit number 3. Okay, this comes under unit number 3. This comes under unit number 4, that is torsional shear stresses. Okay, bending stress के लिए अपने को bending formula पता है. For the bending stresses, we have bending formula m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E by R. So that is the formula for bending. Okay, so इसके लिए हमको ये formula पता है m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E by R. Here m is the bending moment, I is the moment of inertia, sigma is the bending stresses. Okay, bending stresses, it may be tensile, it may be compressive. Bending stresses have two dimensions, two nature, so it may be sigma T or it may be sigma C. It may be sigma T or it may be sigma T. अगर आपने sigma T इधर लिया है, so here it is, if you put sigma T, then you have to put here yt. If you put here sigma C, then you have to put here yc. Then E by R, E is the modulus of elasticity, R is the radius of curvature. ये फार्मूला हमने बेंडिंग स्ट्रेस यूनिट नंबर 3 में लिया था. Now in the unit number 3, we are having the another thing, shear stresses in the beam. So shear stresses in beam का जो फार्मूला है, so that is equal to tau is equal to S, capital S A Y upon B I. So that is the formula for shear stresses in beam. S means the shear force, S means the shear force, A being the area, Y is the distance, B is the width, I is the moment of inertia. Okay, so if suppose we have considered the section like this, if you have considered the section like this, I section we have considered, then whatever the जहाँ पे अपने को निकालने का है, if suppose if I am calculating the shear stress at this point, then you have to consider this area above the above the above the point at which we have to draw the shear stress. इसके ऊपर का आपको एरिया लेने का है. In after all, it is neutral axis. Here it is neutral axis. Okay, so neutral axis, इसके ऊपर का आपको एरिया लेने का है. So that will be the thing, A into Y. So A means this area, Y means, so neutral axis से इसका जो center है, that is what it is Y. So this Y is this one. So that is the shear stresses in beams. After that, we have taken unit number 4, that is torsional shear stresses. In the torsional shear stresses, we have used the formula T by IP, T by J, T by IP or T by J is equal to tau by R is equal to G into theta by L. So this formula we have used in the torsional shear stresses. So in the first unit, it is normal and the tangential sigma T sigma C tau, okay, which is equal to tau is equal to shear stresses, or it is tangential one और shear stresses. Sigma B unit number 3 में लिया, shear stresses में sigma tau लिया, that is formula ऐसे y upon bi. Torsion में, so it is torsional shear stresses. We have used the formula tau by J is equal to tau by R. T by J is equal to tau by R is equal to G theta by L. So this is what we have learned up till unit number 4. Okay. Apart from that, so I am rubbing this one. Okay. Apart from that, we have seen in the unit number 2, that is shear force and the bending moment M, shear force S and the bending moment M, that is related with the beam. Okay, that is related with the different kinds of beam, different kinds of loading. Okay, different kinds of loading, different kinds of support. Okay, different kinds of support. Okay, so that is related with the beam. Okay, for beam it is shear force, bending moment, and in the unit number 3, we are also having the slope and the deflection of the beam. Slope, that is equal to theta, and deflection is equal to y. Okay, so for the beam it is related with the two things. First chapter for the beam is the shear force and the bending moment. Here we are determining the shear force S and bending moment M. Okay, after that, in the slope and the deflection of the beam, which is related with the beams, we are determining the slope. Okay, we are determining the slope, and we are determining the deflection. Okay, so all the things we have taken, so from unit number 1 to unit number 4. Okay, in the unit number 1, simple stresses and strain. So here we are considering the external loading. Okay, apart from the external loading, we are having the temperature or thermal kind of loading also, and thermal stresses are also being determined. Okay, in the unit number 2, shear force, bending moment for different cases. Unit number 3, shear bending stresses, shear stresses, and the slope and the deflection of beams. Okay, in the unit number 4, where we will be having we have the torsional shear stresses. Apart from that, we are having the buckling of columns. Okay, buckling of column means bending of columns. Okay, or warping of columns. Okay, so up till now, what we have seen, we have which is related with the normal kind of stresses. We are related with the normal kind of stresses, and we are considering if suppose if it is body, and if the load is being acting in this direction, we have considered the cross section over here, and we have considered the area of this particular section. Okay, area of over here. So that is, we have taken the cross section kind of area. So that is what our the consideration up till now. But here in this chapter we are considering the oblique plane. Now listen carefully. In this case, stresses in the oblique plane. If it is, this is the plane. Okay, so we are considering up till now it is vertical plane. Now we are considering the oblique plane like this at an angle of theta. Okay, at an angle of theta. ये plane पे क्या क्या stresses act होते हैं? That may be a critical kind of stresses which is very useful in the engineering applications. Okay, so every material whenever it is being loading, so it may not be possible that it may fail in the particular section only. It may be a critical kind of section also. काय 10 करमल म्हणजे काय? Yes, Pranav. Okay. On the oblique plane. Okay, normal plane. So normal plane. So this is a normal plane which is perpendicular to the load. Okay, normal plane means perpendicular. Normal means the perpendicular. Tangential means the parallel. Okay. So these two differences are the most important over here. Normal means the perpendicular, tangential means the parallel. Okay, so यहाँ पे ये लोड एक्ट हो रहा है, हमने क्रॉस सेक्शन यहाँ पे लिया था, क्रॉस सेक्शन को परपेंडिकुलर ये लोड एक्ट होता है. Okay, so that's why it is normal. So अभी तक हमने नॉर्मल प्लेन के ऊपर ही सब स्ट्रेसेस कैलकुलेट किए हैं और क्रॉस सेक्शन के लिए भी क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया ही लिया है. Now in this case we are taking the oblique plane wherein we are determining the stresses, all the stresses. We are determining the stresses. Okay. Now see here. So we have analyzed normal stresses and strain acting at right angles to the cross section of the member up till now. Okay, then it is possible that the stresses of larger magnitude be present on some inclined or oblique sections or planes. Okay, it is possible that stresses of larger magnitude be present on some inclined or oblique sections or planes. Okay, for the safety of member, it is therefore necessary to analyze the stresses on inclined planes cut through the member. यहाँ पे हम inclined plane को consider करने वाले हैं, ना कि vertical plane या फिर cross section. Then it should be noted that member will fail along the critical plane which carries the maximum stresses. Okay, so that is what the most important point, which carries the, it will fail along the critical plane which carries the maximum stress. So member will fail along the critical plane which carries the maximum stresses for the safety of member. So that is what the main point over here. And the stresses of larger magnitude may be present on some inclined or oblique sections or planes. Okay, अभी तक हमने खाली normal stresses consider किए हैं. That means normal means ये load है, ये load को perpendicular. Okay, so that is what we have till now we are consider. Okay, so we'll move further. Okay, let us say these are the tensile one. So we have considered this one. We have considered this one, a member. Okay, the load being applied over here, the normal stresses, normal forces, the stresses, average stresses. These are the procedure for showing the stresses. So it is the internal resisting force, okay, upon area, that is being the stresses. So average stresses being considered, this is the tensile stresses. Apart from that, we have considered the shear stresses. Shear stresses will be like this. अभी अपने force दिया है, it will get deformed like this. Okay, will be having the deform, and whatever the angle, this particular angle, this is called as shear strain. Okay, that is what being called as shear strain. Phi को अगर निकालने का है, so if you want to determine the phi, then you have to consider this particular length, let us say x. Okay, we have to consider the length x upon this particular thing. Okay, let us say here it is x l, x by l. So that is what the shear strain. Okay, so we can determine the shear strain like this particular. Okay, now see here. Okay, so let us say this is what the case. So let us say it is a compressive kind of testing. So stresses are acting to the surface, yet material failed in the different plane. मटेरियल स्ट्रेसेस आर एक्टिंग, हमने ऊपर से लोड दिया है, हमने कंप्रेस किया है, ये मटेरियल को कंप्रेस किया है, एक ब्रिक का मटेरियल है, एक कंक्रीट का मटेरियल है. सो यहाँ पे हमने फोर्स दिया है, वर्टिकल फोर्स दिया है, दैट इज नॉर्मल फोर्स वी आर गिविंग, बट द मटेरियल फेल इन द डिफरेंट प्लेन. Yet the material failed in the different plane. So this can happen in the real life situation. So material will get failed in this direction. So in this particular direction, the material get failed. Okay, so that's why we are supposed to determine the normal. We are supposed to determine the stresses in the oblique kind of planes. Okay, so it is the most important chapter related with the machine design, which will you will studied in you will be studying in unit third year. तुम्हाला थर्ड इयर मध्ये 3 सब्जेक्ट्स आहे, मशीन डिझाइन 1, मशीन डिझाइन 2 and mechanical system design. त्याच्यासाठी हा चॅप्टर व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. Okay, now the stresses on the oblique plane. So in real life traces doesn't act in the normal direction but rather in inclined planes. Okay, so rather in inclined plane. So here it is inclined kind of plane. We have shown the inclined kind of plane. So it is the oblique plane, this is the normal plane. So these are the planes. Okay, this is what the plane. ओके, आपला जो पहिला टॉपिक आहे सिलेबसचा तो आहे इंट्रोडक्शन टू प्लेन स्ट्रेस विथ द अप्लिकेशंस. ओके, सो already we have seen the application. So here it is a normal plane, here it is a oblique plane. So we are supposed to consider the oblique plane. यहाँ पे अगर ऐसा plane कट किया है, so the stresses will be acting in the normal plane. Here sigma, here it is sigma plus tau. On the oblique plane we are supposed to consider the tau also. Okay, so clear the difference between normal plane and the oblique plane? If yes, then say yes in the question box. The difference between the two things, so please reply fast. Up till now what you have seen, the revision kind of thing for the relative different kinds of units. Okay, please reply. Okay, okay, thank you. So यहाँ पे देखो, here look it over here we have seen only one stresses, that is sigma. यहाँ पे आपको दो दिखाई दे रहे हैं, सिग्मा भी दिखाई दे रहा है और टाउ भी दिखाई दे रहा है. इसका मतलब यह है कि whenever you are considering normal plane there is only one stress, that is normal stress. But when you are considering the oblique plane there will be two kinds of stress. So normal stress and the tangential kind of stresses. Normal stress and the tangential. यहाँ पे सिर्फ it is normal stresses sigma, here sigma and tau. So these are the two things we have to consider over here. Normal stress as well as the tangential stress. हम रिप्रेजेंटेशन अलग अलग बुक में अलग अलग रिप्रेजेंटेशन है. अलग अलग बुक में सिग्मा एन दैट इज फॉर द नॉर्मल, सिग्मा टी फॉर द टेंजेंशियल और द शेयर. ये एक बुक में हो सके, दूसरे बुक में ऐसा हो सकता है सिग्मा थीटा और टाउ थीटा, दैट इज व्हाट अनदर रिप्रेजेंटेशन. So in one book it may be sigma n or sigma 2 sigma t, in another book it may be sigma theta up or say tau theta. So this may be at a different notations, there are different representation in different books, but in the oblique plane we have to consider two stresses, one is the sigma, another is the tau at the on the oblique planes. Okay, okay, now there are different cases for the oblique planes. Okay, oblique planes we are having the different cases. See the different cases for the oblique planes. So first one, members subjected to direct stress in one plane. So members subjected to direct stress, so this is direct stress in one plane. So एक plane पे, in one plane it is direct stress. Okay, in one plane it is direct stress. So ये एक plane पे direct stress, only one plane. Members subjected to direct stress in two mutually perpendicular plane. So one plane, so one force, one stress and another stress. Two mutually perpendicular traces. Members subjected to direct stress in two mutually perpendicular plane. One plane over here, another plane over here. Okay. Members subjected to simple shear stress. So it is related with the simple stresses. Okay. So it is related with the simple shear stress. Okay. Then members subjected to direct stress in two mutually perpendicular direction plus simple shear stress. Now in this case we have considered the two different cases. One is the considering the normal stress, another one considering the shear stress. Okay, this is what the most important and most generalized case, and we are supposed to focus on this particular topic and all the things related with the these things. Members subject to direct stress in two mutually perpendicular direction plus the simple shear stresses. Okay, यहाँ पे ये ऐसा एक प्लेन होगा और ये एंगल होगा थीटा. Okay, यहाँ पे भी ये ऐसा प्लेन होगा और एंगल होगा थीटा. In this case also we have considered we are supposed to consider theta over here. Here also we are considering things over here, that is theta. Okay, so these are the different cases. So I recommend to take the different notes related with the things. You should have to note down. Okay, okay, now we'll move on to the notations for the two-dimensional stress system. You can also note down. Okay, so we are considering the most generalized case. Most generalized case, member subjected to direct stress in two mutually perpendicular direction plus simple shear stress. So most generalized case, that is two-dimensional stress system. Okay, so just take down the diagram. So listen here. Here it is sigma x, that is normal stress in x direction, sigma y, normal stress in y direction, tau, this is the tau. Okay, this is the tau. Shear stress in x direction and y direction, x direction, y direction. Here also it is tau. Okay, shear stress in x direction, y direction. Theta angle made by inclined plane with the vertical. So this is the inclined plane, and here it is theta. Theta angle made by the inclined plane with the vertical. Then sigma theta, normal stress on inclined plane. So what we are talking is related with this one, sigma theta. It is normal stress that we are supposed to calculate. Then tau theta, that is shear stress on the inclined plane. Sigma theta, tau theta. This is sigma theta and this is tau theta. Okay. Then theta p, inclination of principal planes. Okay. Then sigma p, principal stresses. Then theta s, inclination of maximum shear stress plane. Theta s plus theta p. Theta s is equal to theta p plus 45 degree. All the parameters are shown in their positive sense in the figure. So यहाँ पे हमने positive sense में दिखाया है. So this is what you can say, it is positive way. Okay, representation in the positive way, positive direction. Okay, so I hope you have taken down the notations and the diagram. So sigma x, sigma y, tau. Okay, these are the sign conventions. Okay, the reference is being given over here from the book Timoshenko and Gere, Mechanics of Materials. So plane stress, positive normal stress in tension. If it is tensile force, then it is positive normal stresses. If it is compressive stress, so it is negative normal stresses. Okay, so these are what the sign convention. Then positive shear stress, negative shear stress will be like this. Okay, see the things. Okay, see the things, positive shear stress and the negative shear stress. Okay, so observe here closely that here we are having the tau xy. Okay, tau xy. Okay, in this case tau, there are two subscript over here, x subscript and y subscript. पहला जो subscript है, here we are saying that it is the plane. Okay, it is the plane in x plane. In the second subscript, it is the direction. Okay, second subscript represents the direction. So first subscript represents the plane, second subscript represents the direction. Tau xy on x plane and y direction. X plane and y direction. X plane and y direction. So if it is a okay, you can take down this one. X plane and y direction. Tau xy. यहाँ पे दो सब्सक्रिप्ट है. पहला जो सब्सक्रिप्ट है that represents the plane. Second जो सब्सक्रिप्ट है that represents the direction. Okay, so Okay. Normal and shear stress on the oblique planes. Okay. So I am drawing one diagram over here. Okay. So I am drawing one diagram like this. So here it is X, here it is Y, and here it is Z. Okay. Here it is Z. So I am drawing one diagram over here. Okay. So in this case, okay, this is the three-dimensional view, and this one is the two-dimensional view. So it is two-dimensional, and here it is three-dimensional view, and it is three dimension. So here it is sigma x, यहाँ पे sigma x, यहाँ पे sigma y, okay, यहाँ पे sigma y, और in this direction it is sigma z. Okay, in this direction is sigma z. We are not considering the three dimension, that is sigma z, we are not considering because it is a two dimensional and it is a plane trace. It is represent the plane stresses. This represent the plane stresses. We are considering the टू डायमेंशन एंड वी आर कंसीडरिंग द प्लेन स्ट्रेसेस. यहाँ पे हमने प्लेन स्ट्रेसेस लिया है, इसके लिए हमको टू डायमेंशन मिला है. सो इफ यू कंसीडर द टू डायमेंशन, दैट मींस इट इज सिग्मा एक्स सिग्मा वाई. नाउ इट इज सिग्मा एक्स सिग्मा वाई एंड सिग्मा जेड. Okay, so here this direction, parallel direction, this one is perpendicular direction, this one is parallel direction, this one is parallel direction. Okay, this one is parallel direction. Okay, so here it is tau, here it is tau. Okay, यहाँ पे जो बोला था टाउ एक्स वाई बोला था मैंने, टाउ एक्स वाई. ओके, सो पहला जो सब्स्क्रिप्ट है दैट रिप्रेजेंट द प्लेन, सेकंड सब्स्क्रिप्ट रिप्रेजेंट द डायरेक्शन. सो फर्स्ट सब्स्क्रिप्ट रिप्रेजेंट द प्लेन, सेकंड सब्स्क्रिप्ट रिलेटेड विद द डायरेक्शन, सेकंड सब्स्क्रिप्ट रिलेटेड विद द डायरेक्शन. अभी हमको इसको रिप्रेजेंट करने का है तो कैसे करने का. तो इसमें ये जो प्लेन है, दिस प्लेन, this plane is nothing but the x plane. This plane is nothing but the x plane. So perpendicular to the x direction, whatever the plane, so this plane is nothing but the x plane. So this point B, point C, point D, and point E. Okay, then point A, point F, point G, point Q. Okay, point Q. So AF, GQ, and BC, D, and E. Okay, B, C, D, and E, and A, F, Q, and G. This represent the x plane. This represent the x plane. So here it is x plane. Okay, this is x plane. So B, C, D, E, ये जो है that plane is nothing but the x plane. अभी B, C, A, F, okay, B, C, F, A, B, C, F, A, and E, D, G, Q, E, D, G, and Q represent the y plane. This represents the y plane. So this represents the x plane and this represents the y plane. This represents the y plane. अभी अगर shear stress y plane पे act होता है, so we can represent tau y x. That means it is acting in the y plane and direction x, acting in the y plane direction x, positive x direction. So whatever the scene shown over here, whatever the arrow shown over here, it is tau x y, y direction. This one is y direction. This one is direction. Y is the direction. X is the plane. ये जो plane है, this plane is x plane. This plane is y plane. Okay, this plane is y plane. This dimension is the y. Okay, so normal and the shear stress on the oblique planes. Okay, So normal stress on plane AE, normal stress on plane AE will be equal to, this is the formula I have written over here, sigma theta is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta plus tau xy sin 2 theta. So you can note down this one. Shear stress on plane AE, shear stress on plane AE, that is equal to tau theta, which is equal to sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta minus tau xy cos 2 theta. Okay, so first one is sigma theta. Okay, first one is sigma theta. That means this one is sigma theta, that is normal stress. Second one is shear stress, that is equal to tau theta. The formula being shown over here. Okay, so just look at the formula. Then resultant stress. Okay, most important, resultant stress is equal to this one. Resultant stress is equal to sigma theta square plus tau theta square, and the angle of obliquity. Angle of obliquity tan phi is equal to sigma theta upon tau theta. Okay, sigma theta upon tau theta. So let us say this one is, so ये आपका plane हो गया. Okay, this one is, let us say, plane. Plane को perpendicular, that is sigma theta, that is normal stresses. Plane को parallel, that is plane को parallel, that is tau theta, that is shear stresses. Plane को perpendicular sigma theta, plane को parallel tau theta, that is shear stresses, and the resultant stresses will be, here it is sigma r, and the angle phi with the plane, angle phi, angle phi with the plane, that is angle of obliquity. So sigma r, so angle made by resultant stress with the plane is angle of obliquity. So angle made by the resultant stresses with the inclined plane, angle made by the resultant stress with the inclined plane, that is being the angle of obliquity. And what is the angle of theta? Theta is the angle of inclined plane. Theta is the angle of inclined plane. So remember these two things. Theta is the angle of inclined plane with the vertical, angle of inclined plane with the vertical. Okay, and phi is the angle made by the resultant stress with the plane, with the inclined plane, angle made by the resultant stress with the inclined plane. So sigma theta upon tau theta. Okay, just take down. Okay, we just, okay, so we have started with the stresses on the oblique planes. Okay, so stresses of larger magnitude be present on some inclined section. For safety of member, it is necessary. Okay, we have considered the inclined plane, its safety, then oblique plane. Okay, oblique plane पे दो stresses होते हैं, sigma and tau, that is sigma theta, tau theta. Here it is sigma. Then different cases for the oblique planes. Then two-dimensional stress system. So these are the notations for the two-dimensional stress system. Just take down the notations. Then these are the sign conventions. How, what is positive, what is negative, according to the reference Timoshenko and Gere. So positive tension, negative compression, positive shear will be like this. Again यहाँ पे दो सबस्क्रिप्ट है, टाउ एक्स वाई. तो पहला सबस्क्रिप्ट है उसे हम प्लेन कहते हैं, and second subscript related with the direction. So x plane पे y direct x plane tau, that is shear stress acting in the x plane and in the direction of y. So that is tau xy. If it is tau yx, then it is acting in y plane and in the direction of x. So that is what the case, tau yx and yx. Okay, another concept which I am telling over here. Okay, so already we have seen this concept in unit number 1, but it is most important concept. Okay, so if it is a figure like this, if the shear stress is being acting in this direction, if the shear stress is acting in this direction, here it is tau and here it is tau. Okay, consider this center. Okay, what is the effect of tau? This, what is the effect of tau? So effect of tau will be rotate the part in the clockwise direction, in the clockwise direction. Effect of tau is the rotation of the part in the clockwise direction. But we are considering the equilibrium condition. अभी equilibrium को लाने के लिए so we have to rotate the part in the reverse direction. So जो ट्रेस एक्ट हो रहा है उसके रिवर्स में हमको ट्रेसेस देने हैं फॉर द बॉडी टू बी इन इक्विलिब्रियम. सो वी हैव कंसीडर this kind of traces. So let us say it is tau dash. Here also it is tau dash. Here also it is tau dash. So whatever this pin, so every shear stress are being accompanied with the complementary kind of shear stresses are being it is complementary kind of shear stresses. So every shear stress or normally considered a complementary kind of shear stress. So tau है, so यहाँ पे complementary tau dash है for the body to be in equilibrium, and that represents the state of pure shear. That represents the state of pure shear. So these are the two different concepts. So first one is the pure shear, another is the shear and complementary shear stresses. So already we have seen this concept in unit number 1. whenever we are जब हम इलेक्ट्रिक कांस्टेंट का जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन था, डेरिवेशन फॉर द इलेक्ट्रिक कांस्टेंट, 3 इलेक्ट्रिक कांस्टेंट and 3 different equations. Okay. Okay, यहाँ पे हमने डायरेक्टली फॉर्मूले दिए हैं. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, so we'll stop here. So I am ending the session over here.